Welcome back. This is an introduction to CSS and it means cascading style sheet. Let us look at the role of XHTML versus the role of CSS. XHTML stands for Extensible Hypertext Markup Language and it marks the transition from HTML to XML on the web. As such, the tags are structural only. They contain no presentational information at all. When using XHTML, our tags should indicate the logical structures of our content and inform us as to what the contents are and not how they should look. How they should look is the job of CSS. So basically, when I say the logical structures of our content, I simply mean the H1, the H2 and the paragraph, where H1 and H2 and H3 stands for the header. Let us consider the page we have right in front of us. You can see that this content is further divided into meaningful regions using the div tag. The H1 here is a region on its own. The H2 here and the paragraph here are regions on their own, while the H3 and this paragraph is another region on its own. What this means is that we have divided the whole of this our content into 3 different regions, and it is signified by this div sign that we have right here. Let us further open a page and see how we can practically divide our page into div tags. Our aim is to divide the content of this page into meaningful regions using the div tag. But first, let us identify the XHTML on this page. This is our H1 header, this is our H2 header, this is our H3 header, while these ones are our paragraphs denoted by P. The H1 header is denoted by H1, this is denoted by H2, while this is denoted by H3. Now let us divide this content into meaningful regions using the div tag. We'll click on this H1 header, come down here, click on the H1 tag, and the whole H1 header gets highlighted. Then we'll go up to the top right, to the top left hand, look for our common object. Then under the common object, you go to insert div tag and click on it once. When you do that, a window comes up asking you to wrap around selection, and this is exactly what we want to do. We'll click OK. Now you can see that the H1 header has been wrapped by a div tag. We'll come down to this part, highlight this up to this point, go to our common object and our insert div tag, click on it and click OK. You can see that this has also been divided into another region. Come down to this part, click on these two, highlight them, go to our common object, insert div tag, do the same for this, and finally we'll come down to the footer and do the same for it too. Now you can see that the whole of our page content has been divided into logical regions. We have the first region, the second region, the third region and the fourth region, and you can see them each region surrounded by this div tag. Additional meaning can be passed into each region using what we call classes and ID, and that is what we are going to look at next.